What's good, my YTG? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Hendrix. I gotta pop this video off before I even gotta get ready for work, bro. But I gotta post this video because I know Discord is about to get super iffy around what happened last night and WNBA preseason. Now, we didn't touch on this a lot in the live stream, but this is I don't know. This happens every year. It happens every season, and I'm like, this makes me look so bad because it makes me look like a hater when I'm not like hating, but I have to use a player as an example as to why this is so stupid. When stuff like this happens, I just have to, you know what I'm saying? I got to clarify a couple of things for y'all. So Deja Kelly went off last night in the preseason game. I was watching the game, actually. She went off in her preseason game, and I literally was just like, here we go. As soon as that buzzer sounded, she hit the game-winning shot on Catherine Westbeld. I don't know, had Catherine Westbeld touching earth. Didn't even know there were two Westbelds, if I'm being honest. But had Catherine Westbeld touch earth, hits the game winner, and I was just like, here we go. I literally left a comment that said, Aces fans and WNBA fans reconstructing the Aces roster in 3, 2, 1. Bro, I need y'all to understand something. And now I got people swearing Deja Kelly a first-round draft pick. I got people swearing that all these scouts for teams slept on Deja Kelly. I hear all these people now telling me Deja Kelly was a beast in college. Bruh, if y'all don't just please stop talking on these players as if you know these players. Because you're really just making yourself, like, you're making yourself look bad and you're making your player look bad. One preseason game does not change the entire player. Let me just say this because it's gonna sound like I'm hating, and I promise you I'm not hating. I don't have anything against Deja Kelly. I've followed Deja Kelly like her entire college career. So I'm only using Deja Kelly as an example just because, you know, this is what popped off, right? I'm just using her as an example to the problem. You all think that because a player performs well in preseason that they just deserve a roster spot. So what you're telling me is you're new to the WNBA. Either telling me you're new to the W or you don't actually know the player you're even speaking on or defending. Okay? Again, this isn't a Deja Kelly thing, but y'all see Bree Hall pop off in preseason, play decently in preseason, and then you see her get cut, and then it's like I don't even know if it's outrage or like if y'all actually mad, as if y'all didn't know this was gonna happen. But let's say you're new to the W. Preseason performance is probably 20% of your letter grade. There's probably a higher grade on what you're doing within training camp than actual preseason performances. A lot of teams have already made their minds up who they're keeping, who they're cutting. So preseason performances really, I think if I were to guess, I would say there's less credence on them than actually what's going on in training camp. Training camp performance is probably more important than preseason performance. Just because you have a great preseason performance does not mean you are now all of a sudden an all-star caliber player who deserves a roster spot. I can understand the players. I can understand the fans who are like vouching for a player before any of the hype, before they do anything. You know what I'm saying? Remember when I talked about Michaela Timpson being the best player in the draft and standing on that? Yeah, I can understand a fan who vouches for a player from the get-go. What I can't stand is where you fans like all of a sudden pop up from just because a player popped off. Like, you should have been there when they weren't doing shit. You should have been there when they were undrafted. And that is a small selection of y'all. So now all of a sudden all I'm seeing is mad Deja Kelly support. Where were y'all? Like, my question is, where were y'all before any of this? Where were y'all videos about, oh, Deja Kelly is a first-round draft pick? I ain't see that. But all of a sudden, now she should have been selected in the first round. I didn't even see a Deja Kelly should be selected in the second round videos. Where were those videos? Where were those posts? I didn't see not a damn one. Are you Are you confused as to why she's probably not going to make the roster? Yeah, because she's not that good of a point guard. One Google search lets you know that. And okay, you want to say box score doesn't matter. Like, you could pull up her ESPN stats and whatever, but okay, let's say box score doesn't matter. All right? As someone who's watched Deja Kelly throughout her college career, Deja Kelly don't even like dribbling with her other hand. Her left hand. She don't even like how the hell you gonna be a point guard who don't want to dribble with, like, actually just wants to dribble in one hand? I don't even know if she's confident about putting the ball in her left hand. Can't read a defense for her life. There's a reason she went undrafted. All of those reasons don't just fly out the window just because she has a good preseason game or games. She can't shoot, can't dribble, can't read a defense, is an okay defender, and you all think that she deserves a roster spot now because she shot 70% in a preseason game. It's not even that. I can understand y'all supporting the player, but it's when y'all start talking shit. It's when y'all start talking as if you know. As if, like, you're one Google search away from, like, me telling y'all, no. No, I'm sorry. She's not that good of a PG. That's why she didn't get picked up in the draft. There are 3 rounds in the WNBA draft. There shouldn't even be 3 rounds in the WNBA draft, and she didn't even get picked up in that. There's a reason. Okay? You can't go an entire college career not shooting over 40% from the field and think you're going to get picked up. Oh, she's a career 30% three-point shooter. What? God bless y'all, man. Just please, again, stop. I can understand your support for these players and rooting for the underdogs and for them to make roster spots and all like that, but stop lying about reality. You can't just start twisting and shaping stories just because it's convenient. Stop being prisoners of the moment. And if it's so easy to capture your attention like that just off of a moment, y'all really need to start taking more steps backwards and analyzing the bigger picture. Because y'all just take one thing and run with it. Holy hell. Does Deja Kelly have talent? Yes, but she has not developed since she stepped foot into college. She is the exact same player from when she stepped foot in college to now. That does not change with one good preseason game. Love for Deja Kelly. Respect to Deja Kelly. I think, again, she's just another victim of women's college basketball or a women's college basketball program that doesn't actually develop these players. So when they get to the WNBA, when they get to pros, when they get to training camp, they're actually able to show out and be an overwhelming talent that actually may swing the decision-making process their way. So in a way, I still feel bad for Deja Kelly because I'm just like, she is yet to develop her game. You feel me? And I put a lot of that onus on women's college basketball and on these programs. So again, I don't have nothing with Deja Kelly, but you all are absolutely tweaking the way y'all moving with some of these players. Y'all need to relax, bruh. She most likely not making the roster. And it's not because she has skill. Stop making these players better than what they actually are. I'm out of here, bro.